Okay. I have a trainer, comes on screen like this, and I lift weights twice a week for half an hour, and I wear these shorts. I also wear them to the gym where I go once a week. I almost want to take them off and wave them to you rather than stand up and show you them on my body. So my shorts are falling down. And I was just talking to my trainer and kind of speculating, like, where are you supposed to wear your pants? Like, I think you are. I think your waist is where your belly button is. And when I had a suit made a few years ago, the guy measured at my belly button, and that's what he made the pants. And that's where he cinched the belt. And I think at that moment in my weight loss journey, I was probably 20 pounds lighter than I am now. I think then, when I wore the pants like that and I tucked in my shirt, which is another issue, I've tucked in my shirt. How many times have I tucked in my shirt in the last 50 years? That's why I wear t-shirts. That's why I don't wear shirts. These are all issues that fat people, I believe, deal with every day that other people don't even know what you're talking about. You have a belly and it goes out and then it goes in and around your hips. If you put the belt at the fat part, you really have to fucking cinch it or it'll slip. And when it slips, it'll fall because you made it that big and now it's on a thing that big and it's falling down. Which is why I think just naturally a lot of fat people like myself put their pants under their bulge because basically from there on down, basically sliding down towards your taint, that's relatively flat. Where your hips are, if you put them on your hips, they're not going to fall down. It's not that they fall down, it's that if they're on the fattest part of your waist and they move a little bit, there's nothing to stop them from falling all the way down. On some level, I find this kind of fascinating because I think about how much of my life, how much of my brain power went to thinking about or really trying not to think about these little annoyances. It would be kind of the same if some of us had a third ear up here that we were always kind of combing our hair to cover, but not covered too well because we needed to hear from it. And we basically didn't want anybody to have to deal with it. But some people knew we had the third ear and they didn't mind, but some people did. And they would make comments, therefore we had to hide our third ear or our third nipple. I think that's a decent analogy. Anyway, yeah, I think maybe what's happened is that in the last few weeks, I've lost a little bit of weight, not from my belly, but from below my belly. So when I put my pants on, when I put my anything on, I naturally put them below my bulge, around my hips, not because I'm emulating some style or, some beat boy. I saw them wear their pants low. No, it's because that just seems where they naturally go, below the bulge. They can't go above the bulge because that would be like, I guess that's why old men who wore their pants above up here did it, because on the bulge is, on the fattest part of your stomach, is hard to keep the pants there. I hope when I say this, there are people going, oh, I never thought of that. Because I've been skinny my whole life. And I just put my pants in my waist. And if they slip down a little bit, that's okay because it's just flat all the way down. A lot of what I'm doing here is sort of remembering all the little stupid shit that happened around being fat in my life. Most of the time I was in denial. I think I was pretty good at not seeing it and not noticing it. It's not that I didn't care about it. When I remembered it, when I saw it, when I saw a picture, when I saw myself reflected, yeah, I would be. That's the problem with my denial, is that if I could somehow take my clothes off, look in the mirror and say, okay, that big fucking tire in the middle, that's yours. Deal with it. Some people still love you with that tire. You've had some successes with that tire, No, that tire didn't stop you from meeting somebody or having a kid or having a girlfriend. Like, get used to it. But no, at this point, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think I'm going to learn to live with my fat belly, learn to accept it. I think I have to either get rid of it or get rid of a lot of it, or live in that horrible, weird zone where I am now, where I remember, forget, like these blue gym shorts that I've had since I was 50 pounds heavier. And that's just what I have. I just have those shorts. I don't need any more. I don't care what they look like. I pull them up or pull them down. But today, when I was doing the Romanian deadlift, my gym shorts were falling down. And the only reason my trainer couldn't see them is because I sort of was shimming around and making sure they didn't fall down below where my t-shirt was, but they were down around my ass. Anyway, I just like to not think about, care about. It reminds me there was a time, just a year or so ago, when I was, 20 pounds lighter than I am now or so, where my girlfriend was saying, you look like crap, I can't see your ass. That's not the way pants are supposed to be worn. Pull them up. Okay, see, now they look good. I pulled them up higher, maybe even to my waist. Maybe at that time I was able to put them to my waist. And then she was like, oh, you look good in those pants. Lately, she hasn't been bringing that up, and maybe because she knows that I can't do it. And she's being charitable. Or it could be that the jeans I'm wearing are tight enough that even when I wear them the baggy way, my ass still makes a statement. Does your ass make a statement? Anyway, I'm going to end this by telling you. I saw a little, whatever, I don't think it was an ad, a little TikTok with the actor Bill Nye, an actor who I love. And an actor who's also like a clothes horse a bit. He's like a guy who looks good. Anyway, Bill Nye's sitting there in a chair, and he's wearing a jacket and I think a white shirt, no tie, and pants. I think somewhere that would be casual wear, not dressed up. And he said, all a man needs is a pair of chinos, a pair of pants made by that company, a pair of, whatever his pants were made of, cotton pants, a pair of shoes like that, a white shirt, a jacket from this place or that place. You don't need to go and get this expensive suit. If you have this, and this, that's your ensemble. You'll never be out of place if you have these pieces. My whole life, I wanted to I wanted to dress like that. That's who I wanted to be. Now, of course, that may be not completely true, because then why would you have your hair so messy? Well, I wanted that to be part of my repertoire. And I know that there are fat men who would go, well, you can get all those things. You can get all that at your weight or fatter. You could have gotten that when you were 300 pounds. You could have dressed a la Bill Nye at 300 pounds. And here's where they're right. You would have looked better than you did, a fat man in overalls and a 10X shirt flowing just so you wouldn't feel like your clothes were pressing in on you. So yeah, that's probably true, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to wear the fat version of skinny clothes in order to get to dress like I want. Either I get to wear, not skinny, but, I was going to say non-obese. My goal here in life is to get back to where I was 50 years ago, which was simply overweight. If I was simply overweight by the, measurements that are used, I think, as an overweight person, I would be fine with trying for that Bill Nye thing. The suit that I had made for my girlfriend's daughter's wedding put me in Bill Nye territory. And at that time, I believe I was about 20 pounds lighter than I am now. Even though I'm shooting for, I think if I lost the 60 pounds that I'd like to lose now, I would be totally in Bill Nye territory. And I would get those pieces, and my girlfriend would be so fucking happy. My girlfriend has beautiful clothes, lots of beautiful clothes. And when she dresses up, she looks good, and she's dressed up. I can't really dress up. I don't have the clothes, and I don't have the clothes because I don't think I look good when I'm fat, period. So I don't have nice clothes. I look good in the suit. She liked how I looked, and I liked how I looked. And I had a shirt that I bought when I was 30 pounds lighter than I am now, that I would wear. And all I had to do was just put a shirt on over that t-shirt, even not button it up. And my girlfriend was happy. I was doing pretty good for me. Anyway, yeah, I've just done a really good job in a certain way of staying in this place of denial. So, did I tell you that I had suspenders for a while? I don't think so. Yeah. I must have been in my 50s, because I remember the tailor I went to. It must have been when I was married and on Roncesvalles, and probably before my daughter was born. So we're talking 16, 17 years ago. I realized, suspenders were probably made so that guys could wear their pants at the proper place on their waist without it falling down. It wouldn't fall down. Oh, can I get suspenders? Yeah, they still make them. Maybe I tried some with those claws, but they didn't work. So I just brought all the pants I had, I brought to the tailor, and they put little buttons on the front and back, and then I wore suspenders for a couple of years. And then I think what happened was I lost a little weight. Oh, no. What happened was my friend Greg, who in his lifetime had been very heavy, he lost 400 pounds. But anyway, he told me about these stretchy belts. And I'm not going to explain why, but the stretchy belts did something, worked on a level that made me think, this is the answer to my prayer. I still wear stretchy belts. A few years ago, I went looking for more, and they didn't make them in my size anymore, and I panicked. But yeah, I wear stretchy belts, and that allowed me to stop wearing suspenders. The suit that I had that looked good in, I wanted to wear my stretchy belt, but they gave me a normal belt. That's the only time I've worn a normal belt in 20 years. And the normal belt worked when I weighed 20, 30 pounds less. Normal people listening, if there's anybody, do you think about this shit? Belts, suspenders, where do pants go? I hope you don't.